Designing Open Education Resources for a Healthy Online Course. This presentation is licensed under the CC Attribution 4.0 International License. By Cynthia Krutsinger, MA, Dean of Online Learning, Pikes Peak State College, and Christine Gaccetta-Sharp, MS, OER Coordinator and Learning Designer, Pikes Peak State College. During this presentation, we're going to talk about some specific learning objectives. We're going to introduce you to the Colorado Online Learning Model. We're going to talk about the Colorado Online At recommended tools and best practices in course design to create a healthy course. We're going to discuss the creation, adoption, and adaptation of open education resources as a component of ensuring equity for learners and institutions. And we're going to discover a course design review implementation model, which can be adapted or adopted for individual institutional use. The release of the November 2020 consortial model paper by the Colorado Community College System indicates the priority of restructuring online courses to ensure equitable access, support student success, prioritize accessibility, and provide consistent learner experiences. Colorado Online At was announced in November of 2020 and work immediately began. Full implementation is planned by fall of 2024. In 2023, CCCS began promoting Colorado Online as an innovative, enterprise-wide online learning model that's the first of its kind in the nation. It provides online class access to students from any of the 13 member colleges. Students can take classes or complete programs that may not be offered by their home colleges, and it provides centralization of many functions of student support services. To ensure that online courses across CCCS met a high-quality standard, the Learning Design Subcommittee developed a comprehensive set of online course design standards. These standards are designed to guide faculty, instructors, and staff in crafting online courses that meet the desired outcomes set by the subcommittee. In developing these standards, the subcommittee began with the Internationally Accepted Quality Matters, or QM rubric, which is research-based and proven effective. However, the subcommittee further identified ways to strengthen the rubric. Specifically, the subcommittee compared the QM rubric to quality standards that individual CCCS colleges had adopted and other recognized rubrics and frameworks in the field. By taking these steps, the subcommittee developed a robust set of online course design standards to ensure online courses across CCCS meet the highest standards of quality, accessibility, and inclusivity. Faculty, instructors, and staff can rely on these standards to guide them in crafting online courses that meet the desired outcomes and provide an optimal learning experience for all students. It is worth noting that the QM rubric has some recognized gaps that relate to diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI, as well as learner-centered design. These gaps suggest that although the QM system may be helpful in certain situations, it may not be entirely capable of meeting the needs of all learners and promoting equitable outcomes. As a result, while the Colorado Online Design Standards are based on quality matters, they also include DEI, which focuses on representation of voices and diverse learning characteristics, pathways to equitable outcomes, and establishing community and belonging, as well as Universal Design for Learning, or UDL, which focuses on learner options, concept connections, resources to support executive functions, and accessibility support. By the time they were finished, the Colorado Online At Learning Design Subcommittee had added or edited 32 QM Plus standards. Here are 3 examples. Standard 1.9 of the QM rubric reads, learners are asked to introduce themselves to the class. QM Plus Standard 1.9 Plus recrafts this to read, learners are provided with multiple opportunities to self-identify preferred names and pronouns and to use them throughout the course. Similarly, Standard 4.5 of the QM rubric, 6th edition, reads, "A variety of instructional materials is used in the course." QM Plus rubric, standard 4.5A plus, reads, "The variety of instructional materials provided in each module allows some degree of student choice, such as meeting learning objectives through text versus oral or visual materials." Standard 4.5B plus reads, "Instructional materials incorporate open educational resources where possible." QM Plus Standard 4.5C plus reads, "Instructional materials represent a diversity of perspectives, including historically marginalized voices." And Standard 4.5D plus reads, "Instructional materials exhibit diverse demographic representations that disrupts harmful stereotypes and biases." Please note that with the release of QM's new 7th edition rubric, some of these gaps were addressed, and the QM Plus standards will be revised sometime this fall to remove 2 of the QM Plus standards that are now addressed. Standard 8.3 reads, "The course provides accessible text and images and files, documents, LMS pages, and web pages to meet the needs of diverse learners." And Standard 8.4 reads, "The course provides alternative means to access to multimedia content in formats that meet the needs of diverse learners." These were expanded with 3 new QM Plus standards. Standard 3.5 reads, "Where possible, choice is built into assessment options, authentic assessment where possible, and all assessment options are web accessible." Standard 8.4 plus reads, "The course design ensures accessibility of learning objects and interactive activities." And Standard 8.6 plus reads, "Course design ensures that tools and technologies selected for use are web accessible." Recognizing that implementing these standards would be overwhelming and time-consuming, the subcommittee came up with the idea of the Healthy Course Checklist. This checklist is designed to streamline the process by providing a comprehensive yet easy-to-follow guide for course design and designers and instructors. The Healthy Course Checklist is a comprehensive guide outlining 6 core criteria for creating high-quality online courses. These criteria include learner guidance, measurable outcomes, alignment, accessibility, diversity, equity, inclusion, and learner-centered design. Learner guidance encompasses the provision of support and resources to help learners achieve their goals and navigate the learning process. Measurable outcomes refers to the clear and specific goals that learners should be able to achieve by the end of the course. Alignment involves ensuring the course content is consistent with the intended learning outcomes. Accessibility relates to removing barriers that may prevent learners from accessing the course materials. Diversity, equity, and inclusion considers the learner's various backgrounds and needs, ensuring the course is designed to meet the needs of all learners. Finally, learner-centered design places the learner at the center of the course creation process. By adhering to these criteria, online faculty, staff, and course designers can create courses that are engaging, effective, and accessible to all learners. The Healthy Course Checklist is a growth-oriented tool not meant for faculty evaluation. It is not currently linked to a ranking system or used to evaluate the design of courses. Its purpose is to offer faculty and staff a starting point to explore their course design. It sets the basic standards for Colorado Online Act courses, but does not mandate how colleges, faculty, and staff should use the tool within their processes. Implementing the Healthy Course Checklist into college design and review processes is at the discretion of each CCCS college. It gives them the autonomy to customize the tool to suit the needs of Colorado Online App learners from various backgrounds. In order to ensure that courses are designed with the needs of all learners in mind, criterion 4 through 6 include detailed checklists that focus on implementing UDL and promoting DEI in a learner-centered approach. These checklists provide guidance for creating a welcoming and inclusive learning environment that supports the diverse needs of all students. Criterion 4 through 6 have additional checklists focused on learner-centered course design, specifically around universal design for learning and diversity, equity, and inclusion. The accessibility criteria rubric does not rank content areas, but scores them as met or not met. These criteria include heading styles, logical reading order, organized lists, captions, scripts or transcripts, color contrast, readability, and accessibility checks. If the criteria are unmet, recommendations can be provided to make the content more accessible. When designing a course, it is important to take into account the various perspectives and cultures that are represented by the students. This includes incorporating diverse resources and examples that provide multiple means of representation, action, and expression. This can be achieved by utilizing open educational resources or zero-cost materials whenever possible, which benefits the students financially and ensures that everyone has equal access to the materials. In addition to providing a diverse range of resources, offering students the ability to express what they have learned in a variety of ways is also essential. This can be accomplished by providing them with options such as written assignments, presentations, or group projects that allow them to showcase their knowledge and skills in a way that is most comfortable for them. Overall, creating an inclusive course that accommodates various learning styles and backgrounds makes students more likely to feel engaged and motivated to learn. The Learner-Centered Design rubric considers how students often access course materials, including through mobile devices. As such, it prioritizes ease of use with intentional and thoughtful use of external tools, minimizing the need to navigate outside the course platform. It also addresses ensuring student data privacy, fostering open communication, promoting learner success, removing unnecessary barriers to learning, and encouraging students to build a community and share their knowledge, opinions, and experiences through interactive activities. In creating a course design review process at Pikes Peak State College for Colorado Online Courses, a simplified course review design checklist based on the Healthy Course Checklist and PPSC best practices in course design was created. This checklist is used to review a number of courses each term as the Colorado Online transition occurs, with the hope that the team will be able to cap out at 50 course shells per term, and that all Colorado Online course shells will eventually be reviewed on a 3 to 5 year cycle. The course design review checklist looks at things such as welcome announcement or the welcome widget, instructor content information, a syllabus following best practices of the institution, the current CCNS or Common Course Numbering System competencies, measurable module, unit, or week level competencies aligned to the CCNS competencies, also clearly aligned to assessments, materials, and activities, course and course materials that are accessible, including video captioning, alternative text for images, heading styles for documents and colors, DEI considerations taken into account, and learner-centered design, looking for things like flat structure, metacognition activities, and active learning. Pikes Peak State College has created a best practices for course development worksheet that instructors can use to design their courses. The checklist criteria based on Healthy Course Guidelines covers two main topics, design and teaching practices. Although each subcategory is the same for both topics, the design aspect focuses on creating a course that prioritizes the needs of the learner, while the teaching practices topic emphasizes building engagement and inclusivity in the courses. The goal is to help instructors create courses that are effective and engaging for their students. Pikes Peak State College is committed to providing all students equitable access to educational materials. We encourage using open educational resources, or OER, to achieve this goal. Our repository currently has 79 OER materials that have been created or adopted. These materials are used by over 18,000 students each semester. By using these OER materials, students have saved nearly $4.9 million in the past 4 years, while benefiting from improved pass rates. We have seen an increase in pass rates of approximately 5% in the past year alone. In response to the growing demand for open educational resources, the Colorado Community College System is currently engaged in developing a shared OER repository. This repository will enable the colleges to share resources, increasing the options available to students. The repository will provide a central location where faculty members can access high-quality, openly licensed educational materials and customize them to meet their specific needs. It will enable colleges to share resources, increasing the options of OER materials available for use. Moreover, the Colorado Department of Education has recently introduced a Pressbooks state license, which is expected to further enhance the OER resource pool. This license allows faculty members to create and publish openly licensed textbooks and other educational materials using Pressbooks software. It also provides access to a wide range of existing OER resources, which can be freely used, modified, and shared. This collaborative effort will support the affordability, accessibility, and quality in Colorado by increasing the availability of OER resources to students and faculty members statewide. The PPSC Best Practices for Course Development Worksheet is a comprehensive tool that employs multiple checklists to ensure that every aspect of course development is well thought out and meets high standards. The worksheet covers course learning outcomes, assessment, and accessibility requirements. By following this worksheet, faculty can ensure that their courses are designed with a focus on the diverse needs of learners. To download a copy of the PPSC Best Practices for Course Development Worksheet, or for more information about the Colorado Online Healthy Course Checklist, please scan this QR code. Material taken for this presentation came from the Colorado Online November 2020 consortial paper, as well as the Colorado Community College System Introduction to Colorado Online from 2023. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to either of us.